Ladies and gentlemen, if this is not a lifer, then no one is. King, my name is Patrick.
Nice to meet you, Patrick.
Pleasure to meet you.
Meet you.
Awesome to fucking talk to you.
Hey, you too.
It's a bummer Amos isn't here. I linked up with Amos last time he was there. At this point, it was probably a couple times ago. Because I have to ask, is he the one keeping you guys so active?
Well, yeah. I mean, basically, I turned over the touring, the stuff. Let's go. He's a booking agent. He knows what he's doing. I do a lot of things. I have a lot of old timey friends. I'm from the punk rock school, and a lot of that time, punk rock doesn't cover hotels and gas. I don't give a fuck about the money part of things, and I guess I should a little bit just so we can keep on the road.
Yeah,
so he's been great at it. He's been fantastic,
dude. Because I've been wondering that. Because I'm like, for these guys, I mean, you guys have been getting out. This is what, your fucking third time here in the past 12 months?
Yeah, we've been here a lot. We always come here. We love Cleveland, man. We love this fucking area, of course.
Dude, and we love you too. I linked up with Amos. He was here with Insomniac.
Yeah.
And I said, I know you're a big fan of tacos. I got to take you to this authentic place. He was ripping ass a little bit afterwards, but I was absolutely ecstatic that he told me the tacos I got him were 9 out of 10. And this guy is a taco connoisseur.
Yeah.
I have to say, is he smelling up your van after all this taco shit?
A little bit. I'll be honest. I'm not as big on the burritos he goes to take it to as he is.
He takes it to a whole nother level.
A lot of the ones he takes me to, I just don't think are that good. He thinks they're great.
Okay.
For me, as easy as it sounds and as lame as it'll sound, I still think Chipotle is the best tasting chicken anywhere. And I've been to all these ones in Texas, these real taco places and stuff. And it's funny, go down there with a lot of my Spanish friends, and they're like, we like Chipotle's better too.
Oh my God. I have respect.
I don't work for Chipotle's, and actually, they've been really salty lately. But I do like the taste of the chicken. Whatever you're putting on the chicken.
I have so much respect for you and your work, but I cannot agree with that, man. I am not going to be able to co-sign that at all.
Okay.
But in a pinch, what's cool about Chipotle is we used to hit Chipotle up when we were out on the road, and they'll give bands free shit if you tell them, hey, I'm with the touring people. So I do got to say.
Now he's fucking knocking them.
No.
That's all right.
I'm not trying to bite the hand that feeds me like that.
See,
but Chipotle has gotten us in a pinch like multiple fucking times, but not authentic like that. But
no, I never said it was authentic. It's not authentic at all. It's not. It's far from it.
It's modern ingenuity.
I like this. I like the spice they put on the chicken. Now, if these other burrito places weren't so like bland, and it's like, here's 8 pounds of Spanish rice instead of the meat, and I would turn my head that way. Not just me, but Amos does. Yes, he does. More than that, he'll play Prince in the van sometimes, and that stinks the worst.
So tell me what brought you guys out here so much? What, maybe you can't get enough of Cleveland?
Basically a lot of friends. The first places Deceased ever played when we started playing out in 89, 90 out of state was Pittsburgh.
Okay.
They're always in Electric Banana with bands like Dream Death and Doom Watch and those older bands there. And we'd go up there and play. We'd bring bands from our area like Iron Christ, et cetera, et cetera. But it branched out to Cleveland. And, always had friends that come out here. Yeah. Things like that. Don moved over here. Don's a lot.
There was an OG Pittsburgh to Cleveland pipeline with Don and the Incantation dudes back in the day.
Jim Slaughter, who I love. Miss you. Love you, buddy. It's just something we've always loved. We just have so many friends now. The record label's here, and this label here is phenomenal. Everything Relapse ever promised and didn't give, they did.
Dude, and I want to get into that.
They suck shit.
Yeah.
Ass and fucking from a weird wizard.
Hilarious. Yeah, so Children of the Morgue came out not too long ago through House.
Sure did.
Based on how you're talking about it, I'm assuming you were pretty content with how they took care of you guys.
They did everything they promised us and more. I'll even throw this story out there. Basically, we had to go on tour, and we had a deadline for the record for what we were going to do as a homecoming. They went out of their way and paid a lot of extra money from overseas to get the product to us in time. And I would have understood had it been late, but they no way. They did it. These guys are the real deal. Not one fucking bad thing can I say about them.
Dude, and amazing. I'm not surprised to hear that, because I also just saw, they just did some of your reissues for some of the other stuff. For some of your older releases, the one was originally self-released.
Sure.
What was up with that? You guys, was that you were falling out with Relapse? Or?
Well, the problem with Relapse was early on, they were young, we were young. We signed as our first band, so it was new to them. As soon as they started getting some bands that took off, we'll use Amorphous as an example, maybe a little later, some Nile. Like they started doing stuff, it just kind of like became backseat. We don't have to be the biggest band or anything.
Sure.
But don't forget about one of the bands on the label coming around, and then at certain times they'd rush product. And they'd be like, you got to get this record done. And we don't rush for nobody. When this album's done, it's done. We don't play what I call rent records. We don't just write 8 songs and put it out. We got to believe in them. It's our epitaph. They'll always be on this planet when we're long gone.
And you guys are very big on incorporating a lot of different influences. You know what I mean? You don't fit into one little mold
no,
like
they
that.
would call us lucid grind, then classic heavy metal. They didn't fucking know. They didn't know who to put us on tour with. They didn't know what to do. And that's fine. We could have done that for ourselves. But the bottom line with Relapse was it became absolute blatant lies. I don't fucking deal with liars of any kind.
Good for you.
If you ever see this, anybody that worked at Relapse of the higher ups, not the cool people that did the distro and things there that we're always cool with, but I'm talking to you, Matt Jacobson. You fucking lied to me a lot.
You fucking heard it here first from a lifer, dude.
Fucking Portland with 9 fucking pizza places from fucking stealing money from Relapse. You owe us $127,000.
Jesus Christ.
If you say you don't, you don't. I don't give a fuck. I moved on. We talked. You said we'd always be friends. You'd always keep us in the mix. I ain't heard from you in 20 years, so okay.
Dude, I fucking love it, dude. But that's what's important is you've been through the corporate bullshit and that's what makes these guys cool. Am I on the right track with that?
Absolutely on the right track. I mean, these guys, we just talk. It's a fucking man's word. It's a man's handshake. It's the old school. It's where I came from. The underground in general right now is becoming so much about greed. Everything greed.
I loved your interview with Justin. I saw a lot of clips from your interview with Justin.
Yeah, here I am again. Fuck that VIP shit. Stop the VIP shit. This is free. No, signatures, nothing. This is the underground. If you want to be the Rolling Stones, go be the fucking Rolling Stones. This is the
What the hell are you talking about? You made me pay you $100 for this interview.
Bullshit. I gotta look at this ugly ass beard for fucking 15 minutes. Fuck you. Go ahead. I'm listening.
No, bro. Again, Hell's is the real deal.
Made fun of mine too, but it looks good.
No.
It's a 10. My girl told me it was a 10. Okay, go ahead. I'm listening.
You look great for the day. I don't know what the fuck Relapse was doing.
Now he's really lying.
You missed
he looks great. You know he's lying.
Relapse. You fucked up. You fucked up not doing the fucking Men of Metal calendar with having this guy on the cover,
Mr. July.
So you really fucked up here.
Could have.
I love that you aired them out. I love that you speak your truth. I think it's really important now because there's a lot of bullshit and there's a lot of misconceptions there's a lot of newer dudes in the band, and I appreciate, new bands doing shit, especially that pay respect to the old school. But a lot of people have a real misconception about how this shit really runs, especially for, like an enterprise like this, where, like you said,
you're doing it the right way.
Yeah, and you don't got to do contracts, and you're not doing contracts. If you hold to your word, and these guys have always held to their word for me, they've always put on for me. So I appreciate you plugging them like that, and I appreciate you being able to explain everything.
If they were shitty, I'd say they were shitty. I got nothing shitty to say about those guys. Love them all. They're here. They'll be at the show. Every time we come here, they're at the show. You know where fucking Relapse was when we came to town? Not at our show.
At the pizza parlor.
Yeah, not even the pizza parlor. Probably at massage parlor.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I think I saw him there.
Anyway, so as I sit here and being loudmouth, that was one of the problems Relapse had with me, was I always kind of talked and called out the cancers of the scene. And they hated when I said Morbid Angel are fucking cocksuckers and they're egotistical dicks and all this shit, but it was fucking true. And they're like, shh, don't rock the boat. We've got to work with them or something else. And they hated that about me. They were trying to sell our long sleeves for $40 in malls, and I was like, put it at $25, $30. Stop this. He's like, you gotta wake up, King. This is how we make money. I was like, you don't gotta rip anybody off. And to go full circle with that, went back to the VIP for a minute because this is my big pet peeve right now.
It's a fucking speaker truth.
All these people that come out, they take off work. They got fucking lives. They got children. They got houses. They got mortgages. Whatever they got. They do all that. They got to get hotels. They got to get fucking tolls, gas. They get to the show. They got to fucking buy the outrageous bar price fucking drinks. They go in there and the bands have all this overpriced fucking merchandise. And on top of all that, all of us are together underground. We should all be in this. Someone come up to me earlier saying, what does it cost for a signature? It takes you 60 seconds to smell my funky ass breath. And there's your signature. Go ahead and go on with your fucking day. I hate that shit. And I will fucking fight anybody verbally about that shit anytime. That's bullshit, and stop it.
I fucking love
Stop
it,
the VIP. Everybody. You fucking clean toilets during the week.
Up here.
Like you're fucking
hold the mic.
On Monday.
Hold the mic up here. Make sure everyone can hear you.
I'm sorry.
No. I want to make sure they hear you fucking calling everyone out.
This motherfucker. He's pretty close. Like Paul Staley at 77. Come on. I still enough. Yeah.
You guys have had some good runs in Cleveland? Cleveland and the Cleveland crowds have treated you well?
If we eat bad tacos, we have great runs.
Bro,
this
you're
guy's
fun.
trying to be funny, but he's hilarious.
Bro, you're fun, man.
No, yeah, we've had some great times in Cleveland.
Dude, and that's amazing. I wish your other guys were here, Emma, but they'll be around for the thing.
They'll be bouncing around soon. Yeah,
you excited for the gig tonight?
We're ready for the gig tonight.
No classes treated you well before?
No classes, but nothing but fucking kind to us. They're good people. They have us. We fucking play there all the time.
Did you have any word in who was playing with you guys tonight, or did they curate that for you?
They just set it up.
Okay.
The guy that set it all up, fucking great guy. He just basically put it together. He asked us to
And
come
you
play.
said, I trust you.
And people need a free show. All these overpriced everywhere you go. We're back to that again.
Yeah.
I'm trying to bring shit down. I'm doing my fucking best to help with the best on all that shit. Because it's important to me. I'm getting to be an older folk, and I've been doing this. Actually, been doing this since I was fucking 12. In 1980, I had a band, and basically, I just hate what I'm seeing with the world outside all this shit. And everything's greedy. Make it about the music again,
dude. I appreciate you saying all that so much, man. Anyone you're looking forward to playing tonight?
Everybody, just having a good time, and everybody smiling.
Mulder will do a great job to open for you guys.
Everybody will be great. Vincent, and then fucking old Nun Slaughter, or Nun's Laughter, if we're calling it that today.
Yeah.
Love those guys. Love it all, man. Happy to be here.
And then tomorrow you're hitting Sanctuary in Detroit?
Tomorrow we're in Detroit. Love that place too. Super cool people. Great town. Great fucking people. I don't know about the neighborhood, but that's all right. We're gonna park about 15
Definitely
miles
a rough neighborhood at the
I'm
Sanctuary.
I'm a big boy and can handle my own, but why even bother?
Yeah. What can we expect from you guys? Are you working on new stuff? Or are you still going
We just put out 2 new tunes, Cure for a Grieving Widow and Dusted, which are going to be on this 40-year March of the Cadaver thing that's coming out. It's kind of, I don't want to call it a greatest hits, but it's a time legacy of the 40 years of things we've done.
Okay.
Some unreleased stuff. We got a Sabbath cover of Die Young on there. We did Phantom Lady Lust.
Okay.
That's coming out.
Still playing around with a lot of different genres?
I'm working on new tunes. Yeah, I mean, just East never rests.
Yeah.
We never rest.
And you'll never fit into a box, and you'll never fucking get with the bullshit.
Hell no. Fit me for a piano case.
King, it's been awesome fucking talking to you.
Love you, buddy. Thank you.
Love you too. Thank you so much.
Buddy. Cheers.
Cheers. Guten Tag.
Hi. Hi.
Hallo, wie geht es?
Hello. Thank you very much for speaking with me. Tell me about how were your travels coming here?
Was good so far. No major problems. I think it was long and hard.
Just a long flight, a couple of beers.
Lufthansa treated you right?
A couple. We drank all the beer from the airplane.
Yes, a couple.
A couple.
We emptied the airplane.
Yeah, we emptied the airplane.
Just a beer from the airplane.
So they had to order a bit more for you guys.
Next time.
Yeah, next time.
It's fine. This is your guys' first time playing with anything that the Hell's Headbangers guys have set up? Or have you worked with them before?
No. We knew him since 1 year. We met him in Texas last year at the Metal Heroes Festival.
Which festival was it? I'm sorry.
Hell's Heroes.
Oh, Hell's Heroes.
And since then we're in contact, and now he invited us to play here tomorrow.
Awesome. Have you toured the States before?
We didn't play a tour, just one festival last year, Texas.
The Hell's Heroes one?
Yeah. And this is our second time.
Okay. Have you gotten around a lot around Europe?
Yes, in Europe. And a bit South America. But
where in South America?
Chile, Colombia.
I had a lot of fun in Colombia.
Guatemala, El Salvador, Mexico.
Oh, wow, okay.
Guatemala. Guatemala.
Yeah. Was it Mauricio who did your show in Colombia?
No, I was in Bogota.
In Bogota, Mauricio is the promoter.
Okay.
Yes.
Super sick. We had a lot of fun down there. It was, and what was so funny, there was like more than half the crowd was chicks. They have like this like women's metal thing where it was like the first time I've ever been to a metal show where there was more women than men at the show.
That's kind of rare.
Yeah. So cool spot.
Especially at a net concert.
Awesome. So you guys, a couple people were asking me, they wanted me to ask you about some of your songwriting, some of the storytelling, and then because there's a lot of occultist stuff, I'd love to hear what some of your guys' philosophy is as far as for working with lyrics and working with crafting storytelling.
He's the storyteller.
Who's the one that's most authorized to speak on that?
No, I don't know where to start. Have you like a specific question, maybe?
Very vague. What would you say is biggest influence on your philosophy when you're going to craft your lyrics?
I think the biggest influence is like.
He's fine. Yeah, you're fine. They're really hot.
I don't have to eat it. I think so. I don't think so. Okay. My own like images I get in my head when I hear the right riffs and music.
Okay.
And this is highly influenced by like horror literature and movies and stuff.
Okay.
Of course, and occultism, Satanism.
Some of your favorite. What would you say, movie-wise, and then literature-wise?
Oh, that's hard. Like
Lovecraft,
Hammer horror movies, like the ones with with style, like the British ones.
Okay.
Italian movies,
Giallo movies, right?
Fulci movies,
Right.
also American movies, of course.
Yeah.
The whole
Rosemary's Baby,
horror,
maybe.
Yeah, the whole
Okay.
horror genre.
Yes.
Yeah, and literature, classical, traditional horror literature, all this gothic fiction, of course, everything with occultism, witches.
Okay. Any particular, if people were to want to get into some of your lore, what would you recommend they look into? What was something that was an influence on you, literature-wise or occult-wise, philosophy?
Yes, of course. For the Headless Horseman, Sleepy Hollow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the classics.
Yeah, the classics. And I'm not sure. I'm doing a lot of. I'm reading a lot of occultism stuff.
Okay.
But it has not so much impact on our music and on our lyrics. But it's some kind of personal thing.
Okay.
For example, for the it's very obvious, but for the latest album, I read the Hexenhammer again.
Okay.
Witch's Hammer.
Yeah.
Like this is like not a fantasy novel. It's an actual book that was used to like point out who is witch and who's not
Yeah.
back in the day.
Okay.
The good old days in Germany.
And of course, a lot of movies.
Yeah.
All the Witchfinder movies with Vincent Price and I don't know. Yeah.
So you're well steeped in the classics from a wide variety of sources.
Yeah.
I had a fan over there who wanted me to ask about the vocal style. Said there was a unique vocal style. I want to know if you did anything special to prepare for that.
No, I didn't. I started listening to heavy metal at a very early age when I was 8 years old, and yeah, I was interested in Judas Priest as a kid much. I want to sing that high too, and I experimented with my voice.
Okay.
And when I was like in school, in the first school bands, when I was 15, 16, I experimented even more. But back in the day, Rob Halford was my biggest influence and my idol. If you will. And later on, when I was 18, 19, I discovered Merciful Fate and King Diamond.
Okay.
And I found out for myself that this falsetto kind of style fits my voice more and more the style I want to make music in general, because it fits like horror stories way more if you have this kind of variety in the voice, like really soft voice and raspy voice, and to mix it, and that's not what you think of when you listen to Judas Priest. It's more like you think of a motorcycle or I don't know. I mean what I'm.
So you guys took it a little further in the horror direction and the occult direction, and was able to really drink from that well of what was influencing them as well. Where are you from, city-wise? Germany?
The Ruhr area.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like Dortmund, Essen, Gelsenkirchen.
Yeah, it's
These guys are from
the area where Creator, Sodom, and all this typical German thrash bands are coming from.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of cities very close by.
Okay.
Very nearby.
So super cool that you're able to come from that lineage too. How is the scene out there for you guys doing this classic heavy metal stuff? Is there issues with heavy metal bands? Anytime I played out there, I played more so squats and stuff like that, and they're really coming more so from that crust punk or that anarchist collective. That's a big difference between here and there. You know, we don't have that kind of squat scene and stuff, but I've always wondered what it's like as far as a traditional heavy metal scene over for where you're from.
You're the scene guy.
It's pretty good, actually. I think Essen in particular is one of the best places in whole Europe for heavy metal shows. You can go there, I don't know, twice or 3 times a week to a show. Yeah.
Okay.
So we are really spoiled with shows and venues and and bands. It's like a huge amount of bands and people who are coming to the shows actually. Yeah.
And then so are you playing kind of squat areas like that, or do you have a wide variety of venues?
I think Attic is not the music to play squats. Like we don't have that connection music-wise.
That was my assumption.
Yeah, only personally, like I do, but we play normal clubs, like, normal venues. Yeah.
back in the days, in the first years, we also played a lot of shows in typical punk locations. And stuff.
A lot of history. I was there last year. My band did Obscene Extreme and stuff, so we played a couple shows on the way there from Czech. So we got to see a couple of those squats, just absolutely covered in all posters from over 30 years of stuff. So it was really cool to see that history.
Can you remember where you was?
There was one in Nuremberg we played.
Nuremberg, yeah.
The one was fucking huge on the way. We were there like the day after Napalm Death. I wish I could remember the actual name. It's a bit hard for me. I don't speak any German, so it's a bit hard to remember the name. But
I'm pretty sure we all have been there in a couple of venues. So.
Awesome. Do you have any plans to come back to the States anymore? Or?
No, we hope so. I mean, every time, feel free to invite us to play in the States. But yeah, of course, it's always difficult with costs and.
Did you have any trouble with visas?
No, we just had our working visas. It's a long process with personal interviews going to Frankfurt for us. It's a tour.
Could you, for anyone who isn't aware of that hasn't had to do a kind of travel like that, could you just tell a little bit of what that process was like?
Yeah, it's like filling in 6 hours of forms.
Oh my god!
Then doing an interview in whether Frankfurt, Munich, or Berlin.
Okay.
For us, it was like 250 kilometers to go to Frankfurt for a personal interview, and then. You get the visa, and it's still not sure if you can actually visit the country.
Yeah. When do you know? When you go to get on the plane?
When you have the immigration here at the destination.
Oh my god! So were you guys sweating a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, as long as it's not 100% sure. Of course, you have no certainty. Yeah.
Well, we had no trouble. It's just a long process.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure there's a lot of people here that are very appreciative that you guys went to all that trouble to fucking come out here to play one gig like this. You said you've been in contact with Justin for a little bit now since Hell's Heroes.
Yeah, we are. We did some special shirts for tomorrow's show. So yeah, that's cool. No, two shirts actually.
Awesome. Is there anyone you're stoked to see at the festival? Play with anyone you played with before, maybe that has made their way out to Germany?
I don't know.
Or maybe any bands just that Hells has worked with that you played with before?
I don't think we played before, but I'm hyped to see Evil Army and Profanatica.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same for me.
Never seen Evil Army before, and Profanatica, I think it was 2 or 3 years ago.
Okay.
So I'm excited to see them again.
Nunslaughter ever make their way over there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I know they get around everywhere.
But I'm not really sure. I never saw them in Germany. I saw them last year at Hell's Heroes, and they're coming this November.
Okay. Dude, I appreciate you so much talking to me. What do you think, mayonnaise on French fries?
What? Sorry?
Do you eat mayonnaise on French fries?
Mayonnaise, of course.
I love it.
It's okay.
What do you think about the cuisine here?
The cuisine.
In comparison to the homeless.
Great, but unhealthy.
Yeah, it's very unhealthy.
Over the top?
Yeah, it's over the top. Yeah.
I'm glad we are only here for a couple of days or a week. And
you'd be looking like some of the people that live here.
Exactly. Because it's really tasty. It's all very good. But yeah, it's not the healthiest food in the world.
Magic becomes fatigue.
Yeah. And there are so many franchises we don't have in Germany, so we have to check them out.
Yeah. Is there anything you checked out that you liked?
Yeah,
yes,
we are Wendy's fans. Yes, very good.
We are friends of Wendy's.
Yeah. What did you get from Wendy's? A Baconator?
Of course, I can't.
Yeah. This is the first question that all the band is weighed in on. Is the Baconator? A lot of people are fans of the Baconator. Love it. I mean, the sausage game, the bratwurst game, pales in comparison, I think, to Germany. But I have to ask about the beer too. Rip it up. If it sucks here, be honest.
It doesn't suck, but you stand in a Walmart or a grocery store and it's like too much. I have no idea which one is good and which is not. And then you grab like 5 different cans and you're back at the hotel and you're, oh, this is also light beer. Oh, fuck. And yeah, that's a problem.
And I don't get light beer in general.
Yeah.
Like, well, what's the point?
No, it doesn't make sense.
What's the point of drinking light beer?
Yeah. You get hammered or not? Like.
What do you?
But inside it's only less calories.
No. It's always the less alcohol.
Clearly, the less calories is not working for the people living here.
No. It's obviously not.
Obviously not. If there was something you could bring back, or if there's some crazy fan that wants to come see you guys and they want the full German experience, what should they try beer-wise?
Wendy's.
No, beer-wise.
Beer-wise, what did you go? Do you have a favorite?
Yes, I have a
or
favorite
something?
beer, but it's not for everyone. It's
Okay.
like Bamberger Rauchbier. Schlenkerla is the name.
Okay.
From Bamberg, Germany. Schlenkerla.
Okay.
It's a very small
Yeah,
Bavarian.
it's quite small, but it's like it's peated, as like peated whiskey. So,
Yeah.
But with a very dark beer, the combination. And that's not for everyone, but I like it a lot.
But that's the full. I'm saying for someone who wants the full German experience.
yeah, this is
and
pretty
Bavarian.
much Bavarian experience.
Go to Bavaria, but only for the
And
beer.
of course, we are huge fans of beer label of our area, Hansa, but it's also not for everyone. It's for
Yes, our favorite beer, Hansa Pils, is
it's a cheap one. It's
cheap one, but good.
for the punk scene. And,
Yeah, okay, yeah,
for
yeah.
the homeless ones, but we grew up with it and we love it. So,
it's a Pilsner.
Okay.
but it's a good one.
And then any good festivals you played out in your area?
There's so much.
I got to do Party Sand
Everything
once.
is way more packed
That
in
was
Germany.
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
There's so many.
You're very spoiled in your area for metal festivals. We don't have that open air festival here. You know what I mean? Like that's something that
People
is.
have to take flights to get to any festival.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you guys talking to me. I hope
These
Wendy's.
guys who weren't talking.
They were talking
Please
when
ask
Wendy's was
something
brought up.
about the drums on the new record.
Tell me about the production of the drums on the new record.
Excellent.
Was that? Did you trigger everything? You played all of them?
Yep.
I can't. I'm trying to look in his eyes, but he's got sunglasses on.
No, it's all real microphones and
Can you tell me a bit about the release for the record?
Yeah, it was good. Great release.
On to the
Buy
next
it,
one?
please buy it. It's a good
On
record.
to the next one, or are we riding this one out for a while? Are we working on new material?
Yeah, we have a couple of ideas for a new record, but I hope it's not going to take another 6 or 7 years. But that's what I settled the last
It's still
time.
a long process.
It's a long
Yeah.
process, yes.
Sounds like everything going out there. Long process, a lot of forms,
Yes.
administration to fill out.
Yes.
Life's too short for us.
Yeah. Fucking killer. I appreciate you guys talking to me. I'm so happy Wendy's is treating you well, and I hope the rest of Ohio treats you well too. I know Hell's Headbangers will.
Do you have some recommendations for fast food? We
For
have to
fast
check
food?
out here. Yes, in America.
Okay, I've.
What's your favorite?
What are you looking for? Like category? Like you want like the greasiest shit possible. You want
We love spicy stuff.
okay, spicy stuff.
Mexican food is cool.
Fried chicken, Mexican. Yeah.
So I will tell you what's new here in Ohio that was from the area. You got to try Culver's. Culver's is you got to get the butter burger. They put butter on the hamburger. They also have, so it's a Wisconsin chain, so they're big on the fried cheese curds. So the fried cheese curds are delicious. Now you're saying spicy. For spicy Mexican stuff, you got to go to something local. You guys are playing tomorrow. You're staying. Where are you staying?
In Youngstown.
You're going back to Youngstown tonight.
Yes.
Who's driving you?
Justin from
Justin is driving you. Tell Justin you need to stop at the Mexican spot up the street. Fiesta Jalapenos.
Okay.
Sounds dangerous.
Is there anything else you saw that you were like, whoa, what the fuck is that? Have you had Arby's?
No.
Get the curly fries from Arby's.
Okay.
And a beef and cheddar and the curly fries from Arby's.
Okay.
You guys are going to be coming back fatic.
Yeah,
for sure. Have you followed my advice?
Sounds healthy, as expected.
Have you?
Burger with butter. Good lord.
And then, of course, no knock in Germany, but the KFC in Germany had Popeyes for the fried chicken.
Okay.
Tell J-Dog we need to go to Popeyes.
Okay.
He's going to shit his pants. He's going to be like, I'm not taking you there. St. Patrick insisted on it.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, thank you for the
And
recommendation.
so I will check in with you guys in 1 year, and I will weigh you in, and I will see where your body mass is at, and that will be the determiner of how much you enjoyed your trip here to America. You're gonna come back and you're gonna say, "Man, I want some of that food." Did you guys hit us up again?
Thanks for the diabetes.
We're just here for the food.
Thank you so much, guys. Looking forward to the set.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Enjoy Wendy's.